Hello. So got another update just today, which is tracking where LRAD and or EMP is coming from. LRAD, once again, is long-range acoustic device, also known as voice of God, also known as directed energy weapon, and EMP is electromagnetic pulse, which is basically it can decapacitate electric devices. You can read more about both of these in my previous videos, and I'll provide the links and sources to everything that I talk about below this video as well. So what happened today was just a moment ago. I was not able to access my internet. My internet was on, the connection says that the connection was fine. My devices said that they're connected to the internet, but for some reason I wasn't able to access the internet. So I was also feeling this onset of this headache, which feels exactly like the previous directed energy weapon attacks that I experienced. And then I did a little test because I noticed that there was this white van outside, and when I packed up my stuff and prepared to move to a different location, the van drove away, at least drove out of my residential space, and the headache went away. But then I started preparing to go back onto the internet again, and then I decided to go see where the van went, and it turned out that well, this is where, so this is what I found. Alright, so they are parked on the street in my residential area. And you can't see it here, but I'll post these. The license plate is ZOC171. And then I got kind of curious, who is driving it? Okay, well, so it's not China, and it's not some Illuminati or something. It's clearly American. Then what's inside it? So I actually got a full view of the inside there, but it's all living quarters. They're living in here. You can see the kitchen sink there, and some sort of a suitcase. And they were discussing how they get a bonus after something. So I was like, okay. So I wonder how they are making a living. What are they getting paid with a bonus for? And then looking at this open back trunk reminds me of what LRAD looks like. So this is what LRAD looks like in practice. Here it's being used in Orlando, and it's usually attached to some sort of a vehicle. And it can reach a peak volume of 154 decibels. Currently it's the model 500X. And we've got videos of it. And some more videos. So if you look at this article, apparently it's being used in Orlando, and it's also being used in where is it? New York, where there is a lawsuit against it for use of excessive force. But it's also being used in LA against peaceful protesters. And what struck me about this was that there is the video, like I saw the video where, here, yeah, so these were peaceful protesters. They were banging on gongs and drums, and they were doing music, poetry, history lessons, and dancing and music, just to, wake up the rich. Yeah, so I saw the video of this. I saw the vehicle, armored vehicle, and the police saying, where is it? Yeah, I heard them saying, "This is a test of the long-range acoustic device." And the protesters' response, which was, "I can't hear you, not loud enough." But for some reason, that video has been taken down, and all that's left is this video.
Fuck you, Rush!
And then this is a video of the police using rubber bullets. So speaking of abuse of power, first of all, it tends to get covered in the news, like when veterans get shot by rubber bullets that hospitalize them. It tends to get covered in the news. And other police brutality incidents have also been covered in the news. Open use of LRAD, as I just showed you, in the previous video, was also covered in the news. And, well, now I'm covering the less open uses of LRAD and electromagnetic pulse. Because if we're going to, deal with LRAD and EMP, it would be helpful to understand how they work and where they come from. And understand that abuses of power like these, they come with a cost. There's this thing called conservation of energy, and things like LRAD and EMP, they require an extreme amount of electrical energy in order to use. They also require a lot of money, hence driving up our national debt. They also, however, they also come with a karmic debt. History has shown us that abusive power systems, just as violently as they rise, so too do they fall.